Okay, outstanding. The perk is on, my head is clear, so is my nose. I think this is going to be a good video. Let's just make sure that my internet's alright. Okay, folks. Hello! My name is Navigator. Oh my gosh, I gotta turn my music off. Hold on. Oh, actually, I can just do this. Settings, audio, world radios. Beautiful. Okay. Let's do that one more time. Everything's good. I'm feeling great. We're going to talk about hybrid builds today. What a great topic. Okay, folks. Hello, my name is Navigator. It's been a while since I've seen you guys, but I figured I would touch on a pretty useful subject today, and that is going to be, do hybrid builds really work in Fallout 76? Now, if my memory serves me correct, because I've been sitting on this idea for, honestly, close to 2 weeks now, someone commented it on one of my videos, but I went back and I looked through them, and I couldn't find it. Maybe I just couldn't find the right video, but if I do end up finding that, I'll leave a description in the comments telling who that was, or if you do see this, comment yourself. But what we're going to do today is talk about hybrid builds and if they work. And surprisingly, I actually have a build that I use pretty frequently that is a hybrid build, and for me, it works perfectly. So what we're going to do today, is just take a look at that class, see how it performs. I'll get that done off the bat, and then we're going to come back here, and I'm going to just talk about a couple things. So with all that being said, let's get into this. What's a good place to go? Maybe not West Tech, because, everybody goes to West Tech. What would be an interesting place with a lot of enemies that I could experiment with this on? Let's try Huntersville, because I am looking for super mutants. Let's go to Huntersville and kind of mix up the rattle here. So what we're going to do, the class that I have is my Pit Explorer class. If you guys are curious as to all the perks and the intricacies of that, I do have a video up on that. Just scroll back to what is it now? It's March now. That was back in September when the Pit update came out, so probably sometime last year. And just look for the Pit Explorer class, perk loadout, whatever it is. I don't know. I think character build, whatever I did. But what I use in that build is chainsaws and the auto axe, as well as automatic weapons. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to first start off with using my melee weapons, and I'm just going to show you the performance with these as well as my commando ones, and then we'll go back, take a look at what I have, and we'll talk about if it really works. So looks like we have some victims here. Let's see. I'm not even going to use VATS. Let's just go straight for it. I got plenty of AP here. Yeah, just absolutely shredding them. I don't really even need to test this thing out too much. You guys saw how fast that super mutant disappeared. Let's move over here to the Mauler. This is going to be my auto axe. And how is this going to do? I hope I'm not even touching him. There we go. Alright, let's see how fast we can get these two guys to disappear into the afterlife. Yeah, tell JV Jones I said hi. Alright. A couple more in here. Maybe we'll switch back to the chainsaw. I've only got a little bit of AP there, but still. Just melting. And, okay, well, those are the weapons there, the melee weapons there. Let's try some of the commando weapons here. So here we go with my spray and pray. The submachine gun, not the best automatic weapon in the game, but for me, it is easily one of my favorites aesthetically. I just love how it sounds and how it shoots with the suppressor, but I do have a good alternative. So this is doing pretty well. I'll look at the damage and everything after that, but just so you guys have a reference of what this place is looking like. Let's get this guy with this. Again, no VATS. He's dead. Let's try my final weapon here, which is going to be my fixer. Gotta reload. 1 second. Actually, I haven't used this thing ever. Yeah, that's not that bad. Honestly, I'd put it on par with my my submachine gun. But let's see if there's any more lucky contestants here. I guess not. Let me see if there's anybody. Ooh, I see a super mutant up the road. What are we going to frickin' Jacobstown or something? They got all these outposts out here. Actually, no, not Jacobstown. What am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? You Tabitha. Black Mountain. That's what I'm thinking. There we go, from New Vegas. Yes, this is actually doing pretty well. Although I bet with that, it's probably be doing a lot better. So, any more victims out here? It doesn't look like it. Okay, so you guys saw the performance of my 2 commando weapons, and you also saw the performance of my 2 auto melee weapons. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to go back to my camp, and I'm going to go over my perks and stuff, and then talk about it a little bit. But in my opinion, honestly, can end the video right here. They work. I just used 2 weapons to dispel enemies from a town. And that's really all you need a weapon to do, is to help you out in dispatching enemies. And you guys know me. I'm not, a super sweat at this game. I'm not exactly super concerned with how fast I kill stuff or how quickly or whatever. But man, that definitely cleared Huntersville pretty fast. So let's go look at the perks that I have here. All right. The first thing I want to say, and I want to shout out my friend Crypt Keeper. He's part of the responders group. Actually, I have a video coming out about them tomorrow, so you guys can keep a lookout for that. But Crypt was saying that the number one key to a hybrid build is having a lot of legendary perks, and that is correct. If you guys aren't familiar with legendary perks, or I guess aren't familiar with these kinds of angles, the legendary like agility, strength, intelligence, what you do when you have these is every time you level them up, you get basically a point in intelligence that honestly I can't really explain it, but let me just show you. So I have 15 points in strength right here. You can see that, right? If I press X to edit special, I have 10 in there, and that is because my legendary strength perk is maxed up all the way to 5 points. So plus 5 strength and plus 5 strength perk points cap at 5. So technically I can have 15 in strength, but I'm really only using 10, and I can defer those points to other classes. It makes everything super easy. And I have this with agility, intelligence, and perception as well, although not all of them are maxed out. So, over in my perks, since I'm going to be using perception, I'll have plenty of points for that. Looks like there's a nuke going off here. Sorry, that threw me off a little bit. But I have Master Slugger, Slugger on in here, and those are the only two perks that I'm really going to use for my auto axe and my chainsaw. And as you guys saw, it worked out pretty well. Tank Killer, I'm just using all of my commando classes, including Concentrated Fire and Tank Killer, so I can get all of those in there. And then I have Life Giver, blah blah blah. These aren't really going to be doing too much. Maybe the Demolitions Expert and the Bloody Mess. Maybe the Tenderizer as well. I think actually, yes, those will all help with my damage, obviously, but those perks aren't specific to weapons. So those are the perks that I'm using. I'm not going overboard here. I'm not bloodied. I'm not using anything crazy. These are pretty straightforward perks, but again, the real key to this is going to be making sure that you have enough points to have all of those perks dispersed across your board. I'm trying to think. Oh, one other thing I should say is, is the roles that I have on here. So this was a Bullets Explode Executioners, plus 50 damage while aiming, whatever, Executioner's Fixer, and my Spray and Pray is a 2-shot Bullets Explode, just 2 stars, and then my Chainsaw is a 40% faster swing speed, lower damage, blah blah blah, fast critical meter, 50% faster, and actually I think that the swing speed on the Auto Axe and the Chainsaw are legacies now. You can still get them to drop from fence, but as far as I know, you can no longer roll swing speed on these. And then my Mauler is a swing speed as well, Nocturnal, and 25% less VATS action point cost. So those weapons that I'm using, in my opinion, those are like god rolls, at least for me, on those. So those are pretty well, and I think those are pretty good. And I think that's really what carried me through killing all of those enemies. But one other thing that I should say with this, and again, or not again, but shout out to Blue Rose, Only Blue Rose. He was part of an Enclave group that I interviewed. You guys can go find that interview on the channel. I think it's the Cranberry Bog Division. Yes, it is the Cranberry Bog Division. But he mentioned that one of the best hybrid builds you could do is going to be with unarmed weapons. Now you'll notice with Gladiator, with Slugger, there are 3 different perks you can get, and you can max those out. But when it comes to unarmed, it's really only going to be Iron Fist, maybe Martial Artist, some other stuff, and Sizer. Perks that aren't going to be specific to there's no Master Unarmed or Expert Unarmed, or you know what I mean, stuff like that. So because there are not a lot of perks to use for unarmed builds, an unarmed build can be very useful when making a hybrid one, because you will have space for your rifleman perks, your heavy gun perks, or maybe not your heavy gun ones, but rifleman, agility perks like a pistol or commando, whatever it may be. So if you guys are looking to make a hybrid build, one that will be very useful is going to be an unarmed one mixed with other things. And if you guys don't know, the Deathclaw Gauntlet isn't... Whoa, what just happened here? Oh, I glitched through there. But the Deathclaw Gauntlet is an unarmed weapon, and that thing is absolutely nasty. So you guys can, if you're looking to experiment with a build, get a Deathclaw Gauntlet and mix around, maybe get a commando going with that, something like that. But guys, hopefully this helped. If you have any, notes, tips you guys want to add, if I got anything wrong here, please let me know. I'm always willing to look at your opinions and stuff like that. And I am looking to be making more videos soon. Recently, and you guys can leave the video now, I'm going to be rambling on, but I was writing a really long paper. I mean, I'm at 20 pages right now, but I got my draft in, so I have plenty of time to work on it now, and I can get back to making more videos for you guys. So hopefully this helped. Hopefully you guys will take some of this advice and go and work with it yourselves. But for now, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.